Thank you for such a great web series. You talked about a bucket list. What parts would you guys like to play in the future? What is on your bucket list?
Mob wife, who actually runs things, you know. Police officer and or detective. Witch. Can it be a witchy detective? These things could be any combination. Yeah. Evil queen, witch, cop, lady. Beautiful answer. I just got to tick one off my bucket list, which was playing Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett.
I would love to do something like Emmy Rossum's character on Shameless. I think that'd be pretty rad. Thanks. I started watching a show called Please Like Me. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. I'm on season 3, don't spoil it for me. And something like that would be really fun to do. I know every actor says this, but I just want to do everything. Like, I would love to do it all.
Okay, so we all saw season 3 last episodes where Laura was dying. Yeah, we all saw her heart get ripped out. So how did she manage to survive so long?
Well, firstly, I'm a method actor, so I actually had them surgically remove my heart. No, but also, I mean, listen, like, is that the only thing that's, like, not correct in Carmilla? No, I don't think so. It's a little thing called suspension of disbelief, people. You just have to take it with a grain of salt, like when your corpse kissed me back. I noticed that when I was watching it. It's like a chicken, when you cut off their head, their bodies come back. Next question.
So Carmilla started off obviously as a really small show, and then it kind of like exploded. I saw it all over Twitter, and I was like, what is this thing? But then it kind of like, there was fan art everywhere and fanfic everywhere, and I was wondering, how did it feel when you realized people were writing and drawing you just all the time, because it was like their thing to do?
So we actually, the first season of Carmilla, we filmed for 2 days, and then we had a week or 2 off, and then we filmed for another 2 days, and within that break, we released the first 6 episodes, and already within that time, obviously it wasn't this many people, but there was some fan art that started being made, and we came back to set for our last 2 days of filming, and already saw fan art, and that's when we all kind of knew that we were in this thing to win it.
Yeah, the first time I saw a piece of fan art, it was actually Caitlin brought it to me, and they were like, look at this, and I was like so taken aback and a little bit teary-eyed. I was like, wow, this is wild. English. Fanfic is for fans. So, I'm really glad that I'm inspiring people to be creative.
That is so diplomatic.
I am. I think, well, you know, whatever. So I try not to think about that, but I think it's so so amazing how much we inspire people to be creative. Like, I've seen songs and poems and like videos, and people make their own trailers, and I think like that is so great, because I am such an advocate for using art and something creative as a means to deal with things that are negative in your life. That's what I've done, and what I totally preach. It's like finding a positive outlet for times when you're feeling down, or you know, as someone who experiences a lot of anxiety and depression myself, I don't know, yeah. I'm so speechless, guys. I can't even talk anymore. But yeah, it's so inspiring and awesome.
Okay, hey, hello, hi. Okay, first off, congratulations to Natasha for winning top 3 in the Fandom.
Winning something.
Yeah, I have to say that the other nominees are really lovely people, and I got to work with them last year. I did an episode of Murdoch Mysteries. They're really amazing people, but it was a little bit difficult for me to be happy this morning.
Yeah.
Me too. Personally, Elise, I would feel like so energized.
But I asked her to be by my side for that, so thank you.
Anyways, okay, so my question was, there's a lot of really young females here where this fandom is their first fandom that they really got into and sunk their teeth into and really related to characters. What was your personal first fandom that you like could think back and you were thinking, oh, poop, I'm deep into this?
I have that thought on a daily basis. Actually, I was never really into fandom, I don't think. I never really got into anything as a kid that had a big fandom. So in a way, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But in a way, you guys are my first fandom. And you guys are my experience with fandom and that culture and the support that you guys have for each other and for us and for the greater thing, which is queer representation. And so, like, you guys are, yeah, I mean, you've definitely inspired me in more ways than one. So thank you.
Yeah,
Exactly the same. I guess there are some sort of like supernatural things that I enjoy watching, but I was never really part of a fandom or a community like this, so it's such a gift. And I have to say, I think I don't know much about other fandoms, but from what I've heard, like, we're very lucky. You guys are amazing. Like, it's probably pretty fantastic. For the most part, it is nothing but support and positivity, and so we're totally spoiled. Like, I'm afraid to, like, if we ever have another fandom, like, I don't know. But yeah, we're just so lucky.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could be any other like LGBT character, alive or dead, who would you want to play? And why?
You add a lot of dead because. Everyone's gonna hate me for this answer because she's such a like terrible like character in some ways. But like I really respect Mia Kirshner's work on the L Word. But she was, I'd say she was one of the first actresses, like when I was watching the L Word, where I was just so interested in everything she did. Like after seeing some of the scenes, like there's one scene where she's just like, she cut off all her hair and she's just like sobbing in the bathtub, and I think that's a role that would have been really interesting to play just because she goes through so many ups and downs and also has that experience of what it's like to first realize you're attracted to women, and you know, she was engaged to a guy and at first, and so I think it would have been neat to like use some of my life experiences to play a role like that. And it's like, I kind of get it. Like, I remember, I sort of like, I'd look her up and I'd read After Ellen articles about her and I'd be like, is she queer in real life? And so now I totally understand, like, what, I'm like, wait, it wasn't that for me? That's so funny. But, you know, I bought her book and whatnot. She's a really great book.
How do you feel about manatees?
Oh, I mean, see, they're the cows of the ocean. Pretty great, but that...
Pretty majestic, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty majestic.
You remember.
That scene was a little... Yeah, that scene was a little rough, but...
Like, how's anyone?
Oh man, I don't know. Again, I would love to play Carol. I think if there's gonna be a remake, as they do in Hollywood, every 5 years of the same scene. If someone wants to hire me, that'd be great.
At least I think you would have made a terrific Willow.
Yeah. I do that a lot. I've never seen Xena. I accept that. That was, wait, is that Buffy?
Buffy. Willow.
So much about myself.
You just have
I'll
to
just
sleep
script.
down. And the character name. Moving on. We'll binge watch them together.
Hi. Hi. Okay, so there's obviously a lot of clips of you and Natasha breaking things on set. I was wondering, how cozy are you in real life? Is it that bad? Yeah.
Yeah, they actually reinforced this chair for me. They knew I was coming, so they it's steel. Yes, made of steel. It's cemented. It's drilled into the stage. Yeah, I'm pretty clumsy, but like thankfully never break bones. Like I'm saying, I think because I eat a lot of cheese. That's my excuse for eating tons of cheese. It's like I just like other things. I need this. I need the calcium. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. What else to say?
But she breaks the most hearts.
Not intentional.
I guess to just be like professional panelists.
Hi, I wanted to ask, I know when it comes to acting, a lot of the times when it comes to female characters, they're not as fully fleshed out. And I heard that that's like important to actors because they know what makes them tick and how to react to certain things. So I want to know what you guys got. If you felt like your character was sort of fleshed out, you know how to react with Laura and then Carmilla. So I wanted to know what you got for your character.
Yeah, I think it's true that it's such an important thing, and I think things are changing in the industry slowly but surely. I have noticed a big shift over the past year, I would say, in the character breakdowns that I read when I go to audition for characters. Because it's funny, I feel like I work a lot as an actor because I audition very frequently, and so I'm constantly reading new characters and reading different things and getting a myriad of different characters. And what I noticed before was a lot of them, and it still happens, are often described. There's a little breakdown of the characters, and a lot of the descriptive words are beautiful. Or descriptive things about their physical appearance. So it'll say like their hair color, which
Like Tim's girlfriend. Like
Right, yeah.
you're associated with male
the
characters.
wife of the main character.
My favorite is real world attractive.
Yes.
I finally figured it out.
Beautiful, but doesn't know it. But I've been seeing so many new breakdowns for characters and things that I'm loving. And I auditioned for something the other day. It said something like, intelligent, ballsy, doesn't suffer fools. And I was like, yes. Yeah, that one. And so I think that our characters are more fleshed out, as you said, and get to go through a lot of ins and outs and tumultuous things. I'm very grateful that we got to play those roles.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps having a queer female producer and also having female writers on the show. I have to say that Carmilla had one of the longest breakdowns for each character that I've ever seen, and that was one of the things that initially really attracted me to the project, is that as soon as I read it, I was like, wow, this is a novel. They thought of everything, and so it was really cool to play those characters because you knew exactly, like you could really tell the voice. It just jumped right off the page. But also that they were so open to allowing us to put a bit of ourselves into it as well, or to have our own take on them. Just in like the way they sit and their manners and things like that. And even in the intimate scenes with us, our director Spencer gave us a lot of freedom to be able to do what we felt comfortable with. And that's sorry, I'm like nerding out now, but I think that's such an important thing is, in addition to having really excellent chemistry with you, sometimes if the environment around you isn't comfortable, it can affect your acting. Like sometimes I've been on sets where I've had to like have kissing scenes and the directors made me uncomfortable or the crew or something, and I have to say we're so lucky on Carmilla because it is just the most comfortable environment. Like it's a stressful shooting schedule, but everybody really supports us, and we're so lucky.